It's also important to go back at the end of the lesson to review those lesson objectives so that the learners are clear what they've done, what they now understand, and what they're able to do as a result of that learning. And that's what we're going to see in the final section of this video. The teacher will go back to the lesson objectives, review them, and also, importantly, put the learning in the context of the series of lessons that are going to take place next week and over the next few weeks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Those questions were absolutely fantastic. And as I say, we're going to pick up on those questions next lesson. I just want to go back now to looking at where we started this lesson today. I started with the sharing of the objectives. We had these 3 objectives, and I hope that we've been able to meet them, but I want to check with you. So the first objective was to understand the diversity of cities. Now, we did have a little discussion about what we mean by that earlier on. Are we all? Yeah, we're clear on that. Thank you. The second objective, to know about rural to urban migration in developing countries. Do you feel like hopefully we've deepened that understanding, because we have done that in 1 or 2 previous lessons as well. We are going to pick up on that again next lesson. And of course the objective here, the final objective, which is basically we're preparing for our examination. And by the end of this lesson I wanted you to begin that planning, and that's what you've been able to start doing. Again, we'll be picking up on that next lesson. Have we met our objectives today? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So, planning your lesson objectives in advance really carefully and having them clear and easy to understand is very important, as is displaying them somewhere, on the whiteboard for example, so you can go back to them if you need to check for understanding with a key term, or maybe to correct a misconception as we saw in the earlier clips.
I think the use of questioning for me is vital in order to get the children engaged. It's an engagement tool for me, and the children, if you like, if they're allowed to think about a question. I was very clear with that. I gave them time to think about generating some answers. So the questioning was really important. What's important to me in geography is that children are able to look at source material and ask questions about it. When they sit their exam, they may have a photograph and they may have to generate questions around that and generate some thinking, some opinion, and also some assumptions around a picture, for example. So that's why I set it up like that today.
So you're using questioning to clarify their understanding of objectives. I also noticed there was a moment when there was some confusion about diversity and you had to correct some misconceptions. Tell me about how important that is in the classroom.
A teacher who doesn't ask questions is really not doing the children any justice. If we ask questions and we take first answers from children, wrong answers from children, if we just ignore those wrong answers, then all we're doing is we're emphasising inaccuracy, and we're saying, yes, it's okay to be wrong. So I was very keen to ask other children to see if they could help, because I knew there was some confusion. And I used some more questions, if you like, in order to try and clarify that. I also went back to the lesson objectives, because while I was walking around, I noticed that there was some confusion about what we mean by diversity, for instance, but we were able to clear that up, I feel.